I want to thank everyone for being here with us, for coming out this night to pay our last respects to Benny. Soon, a deacon will be coming in to do a small prayer service, but before that, we'd like to give opportunity to people to come up and speak. Before I speak, I'm going to let his granddaughter Jocelyn come up here and speak, and then I'll speak, and then anyone who'd like to come up here and say a few words about Benny, you may do so. So I'm going to have Jocelyn come and speak first. Yeah, you can take it out. You can also go with it if you want.
Okay, this speech was from me and my brother Jose. He was shy, so as you can see, I was grateful. But it comes from our heart. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody that came out and took their time to spend their last moments with Benny. Benny to me was a very special person, even though he was kind of hard. I knew he was just trying to make me a better person and educate me the right way, like he did for the rest of my brothers and sisters. Benny was his own character. He always had jokes for people and made them laugh. Those who know Benny, we will miss him always. Love you, Grandpa. See you later.
As many of you can tell just by looking at him and me and seeing the family resemblance. I'm Benny's nephew, Norberto Ramos. But if he's ever talked about me to any of you, you've probably heard me by the name of Junji. I had to write down what I was going to say earlier today because it's been a hard week, and it's just an immense sadness that I have inside having lost him, that I know that if I didn't write this down, I wouldn't get through this. So I'm sorry if I'm reading this, but it's the only way I can get through saying this. I still can't believe that we are all gathered here for this reason. It's still so surreal for me. I know he had his struggles with health the last few years, but when I talked with him recently, he had said he was doing better. Not 100%, but he felt better. Juanita called me on Monday in the evening and she told me that he was no longer with us. Everything just sunk in me and all my emotions spewed out in tears of pain. He was the one person beside my parents that was always around in my life, that was always there for me, ever since I can recall, and now he's gone. When someone you love passes away, there's strong temptation to remember them perhaps a little too well. Misdeeds are forgotten and forgiven, offenses are forgiven. Only the most shining characteristics of our loved ones make it into the version of them that we keep with us when they depart. Well, that's not so true with Benny. You know, if we're going to remember him, we have to remember him to the fullest, and we have to remember him completely. He was a jokester. He liked to annoy people. Just to get a rise out of them for his own enjoyment and pleasure. I witnessed this many times during my lifetime with him, be it directed at me, friends, family members. But the one person I always remember is especially when he talked with my mom. You know this. He would get her all riled up, and I can see the enjoyment of his face just to see her get upset and everything. You know, for this reason, my mom had a very dear term of affection for him. Whenever she talked about him or talked to him, she addressed she would address him lovingly as "más que jode." I'm not going to translate that into English. But here's the thing about that. Por más que jodía, y por más que daba duro. He only did that with those who he loved and he cared for. And as many of you know, there's nothing he wouldn't do for us. He was always there for me and my family, be it when we celebrated our boys' accomplishments in school, or when the family would get together to celebrate the holidays. Or just when you come over to have a beer and talk. But he was especially there for us through the hard times, such as the health issues that both my wife and I have had within the last few years. He was always there, seeing if we were okay. Seeing if there was anything we needed. Seeing if there was anything he could do for us. Ever since I remember from me being a kid, he always did that. I can even remember him going to pick up report cards or going to school events with me when both my parents had to work and he couldn't be there. Just last night I was talking with Hilda, Don, and Benny were by my house having dinner, and I was bringing up to them that the first time he went to pick up my high school report card, my homeroom teacher thought I had paid this black man off the street to come pick up my report card. So Benny had to pull out his ID and show that we had the same last name. The teacher apologized and he was never questioned again. I mean, I still don't know why this teacher, questioned it. It's so uncanny the way that we resemble each other and we look like each other. No longer will I hear him say, almuerzo, desayuno, comida, as he did when I called him. No longer will he tell me, jodido pero no es culpa tuya, as he did when I asked him how he was doing. No longer will I hear him say to my wife Anna, ¿Cómo está, negrita? Or, a ti te quiero más que los otros porque tú eres negrita y bonita como yo. But I will always carry these moments and memories and many more in my thoughts and in my heart. Martin Luther King Jr. said once, an individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Well, to me and to my family, Benny truly lived. Even though he was taken away from us, his love for us and his love for life will always remain with us. So to all of us who are here and are hurting inside at this moment, just remember those wonderful moments. Just remember those wonderful moments that Benny, Pito, El Prieto Lindo, Más que jode, whatever special name you have for him, whatever term of affection you may have had for him. Oh no, don't start. And keep these moments in your memories and keep his love in your hearts. We were supposed to watch the Cubs win the World Series together this year. I love you.